Whoop. That's what it's like. That's what it's like in the trailer. It shakes. Hi, my name is Jill. You're here at the Road Report. Today is Wednesday, July 5th, 2017. We are post 4th of July. I am experimenting here with these live broadcasts. And the truth is I find myself unable to be contained within short videos when we talk about big stuff. And two, I can't get these things to upload with any expediency. So these live hangouts load directly to YouTube and process there, not on the incredibly slow version that I have here in the tiny trailer. Whoops, in the middle of New Mexico. I'm trying to see if this will take some of the feedback out. I will let you know as soon as this plays back. I don't know. I also don't think I have enough bandwidth. I'm not sure what's happening. There's something about an adjustment I can't find. I am not techno savvy, but I love this idea of going live. When I started in video a million years ago, radio, TV, film in college, I actually was really good at the directing part, you know, switching between cameras and things like that. It's a little more difficult being on camera and trying to figure out what's going on here too at the same time. But what I want to talk about today, and you know, I talked about yesterday, I had a video about what are you declaring your independence from. This morning, one of the things I always do in the morning is I get going and I read headlines and I look at other people's videos and I gather information to start my day. Most of it isn't really helpful, but the point I wanted to make is that personally, I love learning. I have found not everybody is excited about learning as I am. There are multiple flies in here, so it's distracting. But the problem is that all this learning a lot of times just derails me because the advice is conflicting. It's not doable. And that's really the reason I wanted to do these road reports isn't just about what to do, but I am fascinated by why we choose things. And so, see, I can't edit that out. And why we don't choose. And I think one of the biggest reasons we don't is we get overwhelmed and we shut down. And, you know, I've really come to focus on this whole idea of health, or who we are, who we can be within the context of this nightmare that is our world right now, is we've only got 24 hours in a day. We're limited, whether it be time, money, ability, what it is. You can't be perfect in this world, in the grand irony that technically we have everything in this world to be healthy and happy. Almost nobody is, and we've destroyed most of it. So we're really in the process of figuring out how to rebuild what was given to us in the original form that we've destroyed, and now how do we go back and make it all good again? But I think that the life lesson, the long-term vision of all of that, can you see the flies? I'd swat them, but it's distracting. The long-term vision to all of that is being able to integrate technology, civilization, advancement. I mean, we're physically designed to live in small groups. I believe I heard recently 148 is when the group breaks up. 148 people. We're happiest with 150 people. We need to have power pushed down in order to function. And we're designed to live outside at the equator and basically be naked. So we live about as far away from the way the human species is designed to live as you almost can, with the exception of going out into space. And so how do we recreate what our body and our mind need to be sane, healthy, and happy, still be useful, still be able to learn and grow and move this journey forward? That's what I'm really interested in right now, and never had thought about it till I came back to living out in the middle of nowhere, or came back when I started living out in the middle of nowhere. And there was a healing process where I had to get used to the silence and the nature of it all and the elements, which are my eternal challenge. But you know, I just keep saying something magical happened, and really what it was is I think so much of what is good, and there are bad days, 100 degrees yesterday, so much of what is good is being able to live more as nature really wanted me to live. So I don't know how to share that in a way that's helpful or inspiring, other than, you know, we are not physically or mentally designed to live in houses with all the windows pulled and the heating and the cooling going, isolated computer. And, you know, what's so cool is I can be here on the computer with you, but my goal is to inspire you to get outside and away from the computer. I personally believe in downloading audio and putting it in my ear on a non-Wi-Fi device, so I'm not electrocuting or radiating myself, and then going outside and doing my business, walking, taking care of business, things like that, so I can learn and be physically active. I think that's the beauty of trying to figure out how to marry civilization, technology, advancements with the simplicity and the nature that we actually need in order to be healthy. And I think that's challenge. I think that challenge of our civilization, with or without an EMP blowing everything out. So that's really what I wanted to, that's what I'm really focused on, because all around me, I just don't see people who are very happy, and we're still chasing our ego. We're still chasing money, power, fame, control, information. If I get enough news information, then I'll be able to control what goes. No. So you can see my background moving, right, with all the wind. It's a very active environment in here. For a little tiny space, it's very active. It's almost like being outside, because in summertime, I have all the windows open. And even though it's windy outside, it's not too loud, I hope, for you in here. We will see. It is a challenge. It's a challenge gratefully and choose to embrace. I know not everybody can live this way, but we need to figure out something different, because whatever it is we're doing isn't working. And if we're going to wait for somebody else to do it for us, we're going to wait for a very, very, very long time. So that's today's road report. Is going to be short. I hopefully at the point where I bring people in and put on real clothes instead of my dirty outside clothes. That's a whole discussion in and of itself. But I want to be able to bring you into this world in a way that I haven't felt like I know how to do yet. Not because I want this world to be part of your world, but to really, rethink, how do you spend your day? How do you create health with each step? What's more important than your health? And as we're moving, for those of you who are over 40 or over 50, health is really important. You can do a lot of damage in your 20s and 30s and get away with it. But once you move past that midway point, you can't get away with things as easily maybe as before. You may have noticed that. But also, it'll be more important, especially as the world starts to crumble around us. And the fact that we have, who knows what's going on with our healthcare. And mostly they don't make you healthy. They just make you worse, or you get trapped in that system where you're afraid. So I really believe that we are in an incredible time of transition. That's like crisis or opportunity. You get to choose. It's going to be both, and how you manage that is really the journey of this world. That's why I love all the metaphors and the analogies to a journey, to adventure, to the road, to travel. It's always about movement, and that's what to me is most important. Are we moving this journey forward? And we do that when we hit the road, whether it's literal or metaphorical, or hopefully again someday for those of us here who are theoretically mobile but not yet moving. But that is the goal. So this was a super ramble. I wanted to make it a little longer because some of my tests have been short and they haven't worked out. But I really invite you to take this journey with me, and what we can do every day. So I want to wrap, if anybody's still here besides me, I want to wrap with again, we have to figure out what can we do every single day? And it's the basics. Are you breathing deeply? Are you getting sunshine? I have been forcing myself to go outside and get sun on both sides to collect vitamin D, although not on the days it's 100 degrees. But forcing, because it's actually, the new information coming out is it's not about vitamin D. It's about the interaction with the sun, your body, and the processes that occur within that synthesized system. Everything is a relationship. It's not just a romantic issue that women foment about. Whoops, everything is a relationship. And the sun, the body, cholesterol, sulfate, all this stuff works together to keep us healthy, not just in isolation, which is so typically Western to think, how do I isolate? How can I take this one pill and have everything be okay? And the research is really showing now that there's just very much an integration where our body is all in relationship to each other. It's in relationship to the elements. It's in relationship to the seasons and to the cycle. So much is happening. And yet it does not, we can't avoid the fact that we still need to get sun every day. Our eyes need it. We need to put our feet on the ground. We need to develop strength in our feet, our posture. There's just so much simple stuff that people always did that none of us do anymore. So I really just want to encourage or challenge you to go out and yesterday I asked you what are you willing to declare your independence from. Today, just pay attention to how you spend your day. How close to naked at the equator and outside full time and barefoot, how are you living today in comparison with what your body was actually designed for? Because that's really the journey that we're taking, is how do we get back to what we need to be healthy and feel good and be happy, be free, be useful, and at the same time still function in the world that we have. I have an idea. Journey is a simple solution. It is the one that we need to take. That's our next transition as everything begins to change. So thank you for joining me today here on today's Road Report. You can find more at jillelizabeth.net. The other videos will be a little bit more polished than this fabulous thing, and I don't even know if I have enough bandwidth so that you didn't get lots of stops and starts. We shall see. So with that, I can't even figure out how to edit onto this thing right now. So you can go to jillelizabeth.net. I hope you'll choose to subscribe and keep moving along forward with me. And with that, we'll see you next time.